Hi there, it's Sandra here from the WLA on a cold afternoon in the snow. Well, what's left of the snow, I should say. Had a fantastic day today. I was doing our WLA planning day where we were mapping everyone's goals, and one of the members said, honestly, when you said we'd get a 90-day plan, I was kind of like, but I don't know what I'm going to do at all. She said, I absolutely haven't got a clue. She said it just happened so easily and I'm really clear in terms of where I'm going. Love doing that day. Love. So what I did think though was what gets in the way of us achieving our goals, and there is something that is huge that we can all work with and work on this year, and that's about quitting complaining. So when we complain, we are moaning usually about something we can't do anything about, or we're choosing to not do anything about it. And don't get me wrong, there are times that stuff happens to all of us that it's quite useful to discuss and share and kind of get out of our head, because otherwise it kind of plays over and over and we get really cross. But there needs to be a switch that we turn off and say, well, what am I going to do about it? Is it something that I can do something about? Or am I just complaining because it's making me feel better? And what happens when we get into that negative state? When we start complaining about other people, complaining about situations, complaining about experiences, self-complaining, what we're doing is we are reducing our energy, we're lowering our energy, we are falling into a flat place, and we are, just not firing our cylinders back up. And there's been some research by Stanford University that says negativity is a big part of stress, which in turn affects the bit here in our brain that looks after our memory and our energy and our learning. So we constantly need to be working on creating the right mindset and letting go of things that no longer serve us. And we talked today about the age-old adage that people come into our life for a reason, a season, a lifetime. And it's knowing when the end is here and what's the lessons that we've needed to learn. So I encourage you to, if you're starting to get into a negative mindset, if you're complaining about people, complaining about situations, I have to stop. You might be complaining about the weather. You might be complaining about how you can't get up in the morning. You might be complaining about your boss or your team or your parents or your siblings or your kids. And it's easy, so easy, because the human, we sort of seem to somehow condition ourselves to look for the negative and to look for all the stuff that isn't going right. And not only do we complain, but we start to blame and we start to judge. So I'd love a little experiment for you this weekend. That's my dog chasing a pheasant. An experiment for you. I want you to notice, so be really alert, mentally alert and aware of how often you are in a negative frame of mind. How often are you complaining about something, or are you complaining that you're tired, or you haven't got any energy, or you don't want to go out, or this has happened, or the house is a mess, or the projects haven't been delivered because people are letting you down. Just notice how much of your mental energy you're giving over to what isn't going well. And you will transform your life, I promise you, if you spend as much time focusing on what is going well and the positives that are happening and being grateful and thinking about people in terms of what they are doing and contributing rather than what they're not. Often we complain about stuff we just can't do anything about. There's a model by, oh goodness me, this thing about complaining because it affects your brain and your memory. The influence and control model, and I'm sure, is it Dale Carnegie or is it Stephen Covey? And it's effectively when you notice your energy is low, let's say, you might not still be complaining, but you're feeling a bit low, now's the time to bring out the influence and control model, and you literally map on the two circles what can you do something about, what's in your control, what's in your influence, and what actually sits on the ether that you can do nothing about. Because half the time the fun bit is getting ourselves back in control with what we can do something about, whether that's noticing where you're complaining, or whether that is actually writing it down and creating a plan of action around it. So my encouragement to you, as we are middle of January, short days, cold weather, very easy to feel a bit down, to be in a bit of complaining. Sometimes a good reason, I know, but I'm encouraging you to notice how often are you thinking negative thoughts. And one other tip that you might want to do is to wear an elastic band on your wrist and ping yourself, literally ping yourself when you hear yourself moaning, complaining, judging or blaming. So that's your task this weekend, and enjoy it, have fun, and let's hope this snow and ice goes away very soon. Take care, bye.